What's up, Cast Night people? We're gonna do ecosystem stuff, right? Right. Start out with some little bit of new original Cast 9 music. I wrote this. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the Cast 9 channel. Yeah, man. So I wrote the lyrics. Called in a favor on the rest. You know, and we'll vote on the best version. Alright, so we'll hit the other half on the outro, man. But yeah, man, this is gonna be cool. So we're gonna talk today, right? Ecosystem. All right, Kaspa's got a whole ecosystem, y'all. Today we're gonna talk about the DEX, what I believe will be the predominant DEX, right? On Kaspa, but not financial advice. I'm just learning, just like you, right? I'm doing it publicly, right? Zealous Swap, the first AMM DEX on Kaspa, right? Pioneering DeFi with lightning fast, secure token swaps, low fees, seamless, decentralized trading, and an innovative NFT based ecosystem, right? That's interesting too, man. I was looking at that. They're like partnered up with, I believe, Nacho the Cat. We're gonna deep dive them too, right? So yeah, so this is what we're looking at, right? So we got a DEX, right? Right? This is the DEX, Zealous Swap, right? So we're gonna look at this. Is what we're gonna look like today, right? Right? What is the DEX, right? First of all, not everybody knows what a DEX is, right? Why would someone use a DEX instead of Coinbase or Kraken, right? Coinbase or Kraken would be centralized exchange, as far as a DEX is a decentralized exchange, right? Right? Uh So in the basic things, basically you trade straight from your wallet if you're on a DEX, right? Decentralized exchange, you're not giving up custody, right? Coinbase, Kraken, they all hold the keys, right? So you got your own keys, your keys, your crypto, that type of thing, right? That's why we like it, right? So I got more control over my stuff, right? What's Zealous though, right? Right, it's a native decentralized exchange in the Kaspa ecosystem, right? Built for KRC20 tokens, right? Swap tokens, where you can provide liquidity, future DeFi infrastructure, right? Right, in the Launchpad, right? It's got it's got a whole launchpad, dude, right? Token launches fair, right? Token launches made fair right here, right? Fair price discovery, MEV resistant, fully on chain, continuous accumulation, right? This is what caught my attention, right? They have their own launch pads, all right? It's built to make launches more fair, right? So, what all this stuff is talking about right here, basically, is when a normal token launches, y'all, right? Bots, all right, it's like the first few guys get the cheapest price, right? like Cast Night, still early, right before pre-bonding curve, right? People who get the, buy the first like few swaps and then the first like 25 grand probably worth of sales are gonna be pretty way cheaper, right? All right. So normally the bots often get to buy before the regular people can, though, because they're bots are quicker than people, right? That's basically without going too far into that, right? That's basically what I'm saying, right? The bots get in before we can, right? They can front run transactions. Regular users end up paying higher prices, right, because of it. Zealous Swap, they're trying to come up with a solution for that. Their solutions are it uses an auction base launches, right? So they just did it with Eager Labs, I noticed, right? Everyone participates together that way. So for just to keep it simple, right, we'll say the first 1,000 transactions, right? They know what the first 1,000 transactions would be. People put them in, right? I want this much. This guy wants 5 tokens. This guy wants 5,000 tokens, right? I got 1,000 different people put in transactions. They average it out all together. How much would it cost? To sell each token with and average it all out so everybody gets a fair price, and it comes out to 1.8 cents for every token everybody wants to buy in those first 1,000 transactions. Fairly distributed. Everybody participates together. It helps reduce the bot disadvantage. More fair price discovery, right? I don't want to get too technical into that stuff, but um, then they also got like swaps and liquidity pools, right? Well, here's their tokenomics, right? which is pretty cool. I'm actually pretty impressed with their tokenomics and stuff, dude. And I like, they put a lot of thought into the way this whole thing's put together right here, man. I really like that, right? Let's see. That's the team right there, right? Look, they got there's this guy. I follow this guy, right? So maybe he'll see this video right here, right? But dude, Kaspa ecosystem. So I really think this is going to be the better decks, right? So far, I mean, I've looked at a few, right? There's always going to be a lot of dexes, a lot of launch pads, right? Yeah, so which one's going to win? I don't know, right? It's hard to tell because they all look good on Kaspa. They're all fair launched and fair bonding curves and all those, And same thing with the dexes, right? Well, now, but this one just seems to me to be separating itself, right? So do your own research, man, right? You're still early, right? Uh, I'm covering the ecosystem because that's where all the innovation happens, right? This is where all the stuff. This is where people are gonna be like, "Wait, what's Caspa?" Right when it starts printing again, like it did in the bear market last time, right? All right. So if you enjoy the Caspa ecosystem content, right, hit like, subscribe, right, subscribe, right. I'm new, right? I'm just like you, dude. I just love Caspa, and I got a story too. I'm gonna drop my history, right? I got a hell of a history, right? I mentor over 500 men inside of Arizona prisons right now, and I'm doing my best, man, to give back to my community, dude, and I want to do the same for the Castle community, and that's why I launched Cast Night Fair Launch Meme Coin on Moonbound.gg, right? And and I bought 5% of the supply, purchased it with my own Caspa, right? And so that's it, right? So that's why I'm doing this, right? So I want to be part of the community, and so I might as well have a cool token. So I'll make it fair launch like Caspa, right? 21 million tokens, and that's what's up, right? I actually like this. What's how this is all shaking out right here, man. And God bless you guys, man. And yeah, let's elevate and grow together, man. Right? Try to say I say that because I mean. Is that man? Man, is that the effing Batman symbol? Nah, man, that ain't Batman. That's a man with a mask. It's the Cast Night signal. Oh man, and who's that with him? Guardians of the Dag, man. Holy effing crap, man. To hell with effing Batman. God bless all of y'all, man. Thanks for coming out and checking this out, right? Yeah, man. Cast Night out, y'all.